think advisory services need to be about pros and cons of a matter. I see a lot of accountants actually push people towards one thing or another. And an example of that is a company will save you all this amount on tax. A trust is going to save you all this amount on tax. Not necessarily. There's pros and cons of going this, of doing this, and there's pros and cons of doing that. What are the factual circumstances relating to the client? What are they looking to achieve? And then one or either of those will be beneficial to them. It might be a combination of that. I'm just giving you this as an example, right? But an advisor will explain the pros and cons of various options, and then ultimately they will make a recommendation which best fits what the client needs are.
Yep. Exactly right. And to explain what's happening when you're asking those questions, people feel like they're getting interrogated, right? And people will soon close down, right? There's a thing called the zone of resistance, ZOR, where people will just shut down and won't tell you the truth. You're taught to lie to salespeople anyway. But when you ask that question at the start of any sales meeting, I'm going to ask you a lot of questions. Is that okay? And you explain why you're going to ask the questions. I always say, look, to get to the crux of the problem, we are going to need to ask you a lot of questions. Is that all right? What you're doing is you're asking for permission. If someone agrees that you can ask those questions, then they can't get angry at it later on.